Hey Touch, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm trying to study something very, very small.
Very small?
Yeah, like the surface area, the shape, make sure there's nothing damaged because it's not working very well.
Is there a small object stuck in Philip's head?
Yeah, his brain. His brain is not working well.
Oh, I see.
Hi, I'm Taj.
And I'm Yin.
And today we're going to be talking about STM. Yin, what does STM stand for?
As you can see, STM stands for Scanning Tunneling Microscope. STM allows us to view the topology as well as the surface of materials at nanoscale. It can view details as small as 0.1 nanometers by 0.1 nanometers and as deep as 0.01 nanometers.
The scanning tunneling microscope was invented in 1981 by Gerd Binning and Heinrich Rohr, European researchers at IBM and one in Germany. Similar machines were proposed, but the STM was the first ever machine to use the principles of quantum tunneling effect and piezoelectric effect to image small objects. Now, for what the quantum tunneling effect means and what the piezoelectric effect means, we'll just leave it to Jorel and Ratna.
Oi, quantum tunneling effect!
Well, what is quantum tunneling effect is, Jorel?
Well, Ratna, quantum tunneling effect is used to describe the phenomena where certain subatomic particles are able to tunnel through energy barriers.
But what is the energy barrier is?
Well, energy barriers are areas where the energy required to pass through it is greater than the energy contained by the particle. In the case of electrons, since electrons travel in a wave-like motion, the electron will simply bounce off the barrier.
But then how does quantum tunneling effect occur then?
Well, sometimes when the energy barrier is thin enough, some electrons can pass through the barrier and appear at the other side. The thinner the barrier, the higher the probability of electrons passing through.
Oh. Let's try if we throw an electron through a big barrier. Oh, it bounced! And let's see if we throw an electron through a small barrier. Oh, it went through!
Hey Rana, yesterday we talked about quantum tunneling effect. What about piezoelectric effect?
Oh, I have already explained it to Taj and Philip just now, and we took a video of it. Do you want to see?
When Xia Bojo.
Hey Rana, yeah, can you tell me what's a piezoelectric effect?
Oh, piezoelectric is any material that when placed under pressure or stress, it exerts voltage or vice versa. And this means that when voltage is applied, pressure is induced.
So if I were to squeeze, if Philip was a piezoelectric, right, and I squeeze him, right, there will be positive charges here,
True.
and negative charges here, and a voltage will be induced, right?
Correct.
I see. Hey Ilya,
Hey Touch,
what is this we have here?
as you can see, this is an STM as previously mentioned. There's a probe containing two piezoelectric tubes, and at the end of the probe is a tip along with an atom. And right underneath it is a sample. So, how does this work, Touch?
So I assume this. You're saying this is a needle tipped by one atom.
Yes.
So far, there's one atom at the bottom, right?
Yes.
All right. So how this works is simple. Just now we had Jorel and Ratna explain to you the quantum tunneling effect and the piezoelectric effect. That takes place here. So the piezoelectric tubes basically measure and adjust the probe to whatever height that is needed. Now the quantum tunneling effect takes place, but how does it take place? Before scanning occurs, a bias is induced here and here, positive and negative or vice versa. When that happens, the probe is brought close enough to the sample such that the barrier between the tip of the probe and the sample is very small. Small enough for the electrons to jump from the probe to the sample, following which the current from the sample is fed back into the system and measured on a graph. And from there, we have an image.
It's interesting.
But how many types of ways can you use an STM, William?
There's actually 3 modes that the STM has. Firstly is the constant current mode, secondly is the constant height mode, and lastly is able for atomic manipulation.
I see, that's very interesting. But who shall explain it next? I've explained, you've explained, Jorel has explained, Ratna has explained, so who's left to explain?
I guess it's Philip's turn.
Okay guys, I'm Philip and today I'll be explaining the constant height and constant current. So what's a constant height? So when STM machine is moving across a row of atoms, look something like this. Okay, and this is the STM machine. So as we see that there's a distance between the STM machine and the atoms, and from what we learned just now about the tunneling effect, when there's more distance, lesser current will go through, and when there's lesser distance, more current will go through. So how the constant height works is by moving the STM machine across the atom, and at the same time this will be a constant height between atom and the STM machine. So when you're moving across, as we can see, this distance and this distance is closer. So if you draw in a diagram form, it will look something like this. Because it's lesser distance, so more current will go through. So from here, and we move to here, the lower end, the thing will go down because the distance is small, so lesser current will go through. So if this continue, it will become something like this. Okay, so this is actually same as this. So by doing this, we can tell how smooth the surface of the atom is. Okay, so just now we finished the explanation of constant height. Sorry. Now I will be explaining the constant current. So what's the constant current? So when the STM machine is moving through the atom at constant height, it will remain at the constant height. So constant current is slightly different. The STM machine will adjust its height according to the distance between the atoms to maintain a constant current. So if that's and therefore we can tell the height difference between the atom through this. So let's use the whiteboard eraser as the example. So this is a whiteboard eraser and this is the lower end. So and just imagine it as a lot of atoms. So when we're moving through the lower end of this part, okay, the supporter, lower end, it looks something like this. It will go from here to here. So clearly that this part and this part has a height difference. So when it's moving, so to maintain a constant current of the STM machine, they will go up, move something like this. It will go up and move through a smooth surface of a whiteboard eraser like this, and it goes down. Okay, so through this process, right, you can know the STM machine can send out the signals, and you can tell the difference between the height, and it will look something like this. Okay, so this is from this is a 2D diagram. So if let's say we look it from a 3D view, the top of the whiteboard eraser is here, and if we draw it from a 3D view, it will look something like this. Something like this. So this is the top view of the whiteboard eraser, and this is the ground. This is like, you know, the lower end of the atoms. So this is constant current.
Alright, since Dr. Philip had to leave because of an urgent emergency at some stupid CCA event, I will explain atomic manipulation. So atomic manipulation occurs when the tip of the STM probe is brought very close to one of the atoms. The atom is then attracted to the STM, the tip of the STM, and follows the movement of the probe. Then the probe goes to the position it wants the atom to be in, and then drops the atom onto the surface. Thereby, you can make very small name tags using the STM. That's all. Bye.